Hello and welcome to the Madhouse everyone, Tridot here, and I'm glad to present you guys a new build that I've been working on for quite a little bit. This actually is my main, or at least used to be my main before build 29, and well, I couldn't actually make it, so to say, viable during the first phase of build 29, but I think I sort of got it right now. It is still under work, so if you're watching this, please come with input, give me some ideas, and let's work together to make this guy the badass that he can be. And I'm pretty sure right now there are still some little things that have to be optimized, but let's go over what we have done. And this is actually my old Grenadier, and with level 85, you know, I've been having problems with this guy for a long time. I've tried to optimize him as best as I can, but there are just so many ways to go with this particular build. But let's see what I have done, and after that I'm going to check out what ideas you guys have. So we have 1 point flame touched, 1 point temper. I did max stun jacks. I have to go into stun jacks right now, or maybe not. 3 points into quick jacks. I only went 12 out of 12 with full spread. I believe that means I have 8 points in here. If you want another projectile, you have to go 17 out of 12, and I don't have +5, I only have +4 into Demolitionist. So keep that in mind. If you do not have +5, and if you're not able to go 17 out of 12 in full spread, then it's not worth it. Just leave it at 12 out of 12. I have 1 point Flashbang, 1 point Searing Light, 1 point Vindictive Flame, 1 point Ulzin's Wrath, maxed Grenadier. Again, only 12 out of 12 in high impact. We're using high impact because of the target reduced resistances that it provides, and after 12 out of 12 it's not worth to go for more than that. And then 1 point Skyfire Grenadier. Of course, maxed Canister Bomb. This is going to be sort of our main source of damage. 12 out of 10 improved casing. I think it's not really worth going after 12 out of 10. That is because you see there 2.5 meter radius. If you put two more points in it, it's going to just go to 2.6, and that's not worth it for 2 points. And we have 10 out of 10 Ulzuin's Chosen, just for the 25% chance of 100 skill cooldown reduction. Now we're done with the Demolitionist. Let's go into the Arcanist, and in here, of course, you want to max inner focus. I put 1 point into Arcane Will. Only 10 out of 10 mental alacrity. You can go beyond that, but I don't think it's actually worth it. 1 point maxed elemental balance for the crit damage. This one also actually helps us a little bit with the burn and frostburn and electrocute stuff that it provides as well. I think I have 7 points into mirror. These are just the leftover points that I just dumped into mirror, although I will explain afterwards. It is pretty good idea to want to max mirror, but I can't really afford with the amount of points that I have to play with. Maxed the Sphere of Protection, and then 1 point into Conversion. Now this is pretty much the build. We're going to go into Devotion. And in here, well, you can go about it as you want. I went full defensive, except the Elemental Storm here, which I don't really feel is doing all that much. So we have Lion, we have Tortoise, of course the Scales of Vulcama here. You can actually spec out of the Panther. The bonuses are pretty good in here. A little bit of offensive, total damage, and energy regen. Of course, we have Empty Throne, Hawk, 4 points into Behemoth. Just get these ones, they are really good. Maxed Oaklane's Lantern, maxed Chariot of the Dead, and that is pretty much it. We cannot go into Viper for the reduced target's elemental resistances because this one triggers off of weapon percent damage, and we really don't have that on Quick Jacks, or actually on pretty much anything, I think. Let's check Grenadier. Yeah, so that one will not trigger at all. It's not worth to go into the Viper anymore, and that was really important. 25% reduced target's elemental resistance for 3 seconds, and of course the offensive ability percent. So that was a big loss for this particular build, and I have put 4 points into Targa the Builder just for a little bit of more defense. That is pretty much the devotion setup that we have with Elemental Storm here. You can replace a lot of things basically. It's a good idea to go for defense with devotion because we don't really have a heal. We don't have, well, except our potion here, but other than that we don't have pneumatic burst, we don't have anything that can heal for a little bit like Blood of Dreeg or anything that we've had in previous builds. So we're just left with our potion, and we have to play smart. Let's go and jump into the gear, and I will explain some more stuff as we get there. Alright, getting to gear now, I chose to go with the Clairvoyance set. This is going to be our wand. We have Enchanted Flint in there, the Clairvoyance robe, Chains of Oleron, let's see, Clairvoyance mantle with Silk Swatch of course, and Clairvoyance hat with Sanctified Bone. Now, these are the usual: Stonehide Exalted Leggings of the Mountain, Silk Swatch, Impervious Exalted Belt of Potency, Dense Fur, and Survivalist Exalted Sabatons of Menhir's Wall with Mark of Mogdragon. We have the Badge of Mastery here with Black Tallow. Ulzuin's Pyroclasm is going to be, I think, one of the best. If you have the old conflagration, it's fine. If you cannot afford to get the Ulzuin's Pyroclasm, the old conflagration will do. It's okay, don't stress it. The thing about Ulzuin's Pyroclasm is that it has that Pyroclasm ability, 30% chance on critical hit, which is actually pretty good. We have Empowered Zealot's Gauntlets. These are going to be really good for casting speed, offensive ability. This is a really good piece for, I think, most of the builds, with Spell of Woven Threads in there. I chose to go with Aldanar's Vanity. Now you can actually sort of replace this one with something, but I think it's pretty good, and I am also... what actually convinced me to go with Aldanar's Vanity was that skill, 25% chance on critical attack to get -5 seconds to recharge time. It has a 10-second cooldown. With this, I'm not saying it's not actually possible to have 100% of the time your mirror up, but it can be pretty close if the timing is right. You can have only a 3-second, maybe 4-second downtime on the Mirror of Verities if you use this particular offhand. We have the rings, of course, with Mark of Illusions. You can replace the Mark of Illusions with anything you want. And I have the Avatar of Mercy in here, with Focusing Prism, of course. You can choose to go with the Peerless Eye of Baronath. It will do just fine. The only problem if I do that is going to be my Vitality resistance, which is going to plummet down to 29, and that's not really something that I want to go with. But if I could somehow get that Vitality resistance up to 75, then sure, I would use the Peerless Eye of Baronath. And if you use this, then you also have enough points to go for 17 out of 12 in full spread, which might or might not be really good. It depends. But this has been pretty much it. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about what else you could do with this build. You could not go Stunjacks at all, which sort of I actually wanted. I don't really like Stunjacks. I don't think it's that OP as it should. You could go with the Sky Shard, but I don't think you have enough points to effectively get the Sky Shard instead of Stunjacks. You could go into Blackwater Cocktail, you could try Mortar Trap or Thermite Mine. All of these I've tried in the past, they work okay. But this is pretty much it. I don't see how else you could tweak this build to make it a lot better than it currently is. You can definitely change stuff in Devotion, and as I said, you can, if you don't like Stunjacks, you can spec out of it and then invest the points into something else. We already have a lot of cooldown reduction. We have 19% here and another 9% from the head piece. So yeah, we have a lot of cooldown reduction. We can actually rely on Grenadier and on Canister Bomb, especially with Aldanar's Vanity, and we also have Ulzuin's Chosen here, which sort of can allow us to... I've been able to hit 6 Canister Bombs one after another, which was insane. I've had ridiculous luck with that, but just imagine 6 canister bombs on a boss. It will just annihilate everything. This is pretty much the build. Definitely check out the gameplay, which is above. We're going to do the usual Bastion of Chaos so that you can see this guy in action. It's not going to be as OP as the rest of the builds, but I'm pretty sure that we are going to do just fine. I'm Tridode, I thank you all for watching. Check that gameplay out, and I'll see you all next time.